Health experts give the sobering news. We'll bring you the analysis.
Plus, the latest on our wildfires burning here in southern Colorado and the progress being made by firefighters.
And we are looking at Cheyenne Mountain here. We got a thunderstorm kind of unloading over downtown Colorado Springs. It is prompting a flash flood warning. We've also got severe storms across eastern El Paso County. We'll talk more about this coming up in just a few minutes.
My name is Sierra. I was involved in a multi-car accident and the driver at fault was not insured. I was seriously injured. I was hospitalized several times. I couldn't use my left arm. I could barely walk and I experienced blindness in my left eye. Luckily, I had uninsured motorist insurance. I called other attorneys and nobody got back to me. Then I called Frank Azar and he started on my case immediately. Even though the motorist was uninsured, Frank got me the money I needed. If you're hit by an uninsured motorist, you call Frank Azar.
We are a resilient people. We've gone through hardships before and have always come back together, stronger. Right now, we may be apart, but we can still lay the foundation of our future. By completing the 2020 census, our participation helps inform funding for each community. That includes education, healthcare, infrastructure, and our well-being.
Tonight at 6:30 on KRDO 13. Tonight. You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Well, good afternoon, and thanks for choosing KRDO News Channel 13 at 4 o'clock. I'm Heather Skold.
And I'm Lauren Barnes. We begin by taking a live look outside. You may have heard some thunder or maybe even seen lightning. This is a live look at Pueblo. We turn it over to Storm Tracker 13 Chief Meteorologist Mary Matthews. Mary, we are under a weather alert day for the second day in a row, right?
Yeah, for the second day in a row, we're going to have another weather alert day for tomorrow. So a fairly active start to this week, to say the least. Right now, currently, we have a flash flood warning over downtown Colorado Springs, where really the heaviest of rain is right through parts of the Cimarron Hills area, probably getting some pea-sized hail, if not a little bit larger, on the east side of town, just north of Mark Sheffel and just east of Peterson Road here, where we've got likely some hail that's reaching the ground just along Highway 24 as you go east of town. So I think the biggest thing to note here, the flash flood warning is in effect because this is a slow moving thunderstorm that is producing a lot of heavy rain over a short period of time. So areas that have poor drainage or a lot of urban locations will start to really experience a lot of ponding on the roadways, and that could slow you down in terms of traffic over the next couple of hours. So please be mindful of overwhelmed tributaries, rivers, things of that nature. If you live nearby for some of those locations, this is kind of one of those days where they could overflow their banks pretty rapidly and cause a little bit of flash flooding. So something to be mindful of there. Across parts of the Eastern Plains, there are areas across eastern El Paso County as we kind of work our way towards much of the eastern sections of El Paso County. Of course, you'll notice we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here for parts of the Ellicott area, where we've got possible tennis ball size hail that could be falling with this particular storm on the east side of town. And you'll notice just south of the Highway 24 area, this is a sizable hail core here that is likely giving us the possibility of about 2-inch in diameter hail, believe it or not. So this is something we will continue to watch. Of course, the radar estimations about 2-inch hail there. That doesn't mean that's reaching the ground, but it means that's what the radar is picking up on in the kind of the updraft of the storm. So very possible have damaging hail here for parts of Ellicott. This is going to move just towards the east, and it's moving at about 15 miles per hour, so not very quickly, but this is in effect here for the next several minutes. So we'll continue to keep you posted on that. Let's take you back over to Cheyenne Mountain here, kind of show you the downpours overlooking Colorado Springs with some of the ongoing heavy rain that is impacting the metro areas right now with that flash flood warning in effect for the downtown area of Colorado Springs. Temperatures are rain cooled right now into the 60s in Colorado Springs, 90 in Florence still. We have not gotten any measurable precipitation just yet in Pueblo County. We'll take a closer look at that severe thunderstorm watch coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you. In your COVID-19 coverage today, a warning for El Paso County. Our COVID-19 plateau is over, and we are now headed in the wrong direction with a number of cases consistently rising.
Health experts addressed county commissioners today, making it clear the progress we have made could soon disappear. News Channel 13's Alexis Dominguez was at the meeting. Alexis, what did you find out?
Lauren, Heather, today's commissioners meeting was much different than it has been in past weeks. We did not speak about reopening businesses and instead about the possibility of shutting them back down if we're not careful with the spread of COVID-19 again. It's like bad deja vu.
Where we are today is not such good news as it relates to all of our metrics are trending up.
Once again, we hear the emotional plea from El Paso County Public Health.
Wash your hands, socially distant, limit contacts, stay outside, and wear your mask.
Something they say could be detrimental to our progress if it doesn't start happening soon.
Current variances are at risk. The opening of businesses, continuing success of our businesses, our employment, and our local economy. These are the things that are going to be affected if we continue in the direction we're going.
The latest numbers from the county show the age of people testing positive for COVID is getting younger. In fact, people between the ages of 20 and 29 now make up about 30% of the county's cases of COVID-19. Now, hospitals are worried about the upward trend, too.
2 hospitalizations a day, 2 admissions a day is about all they can tolerate before they start to creep up relatively rapidly.
Neglecting basic health practices like social distancing, hand washing, and mask wearing is partially what causes these spikes, which is what makes the county's pleas so important.
How many times do you get the opportunity as a regular citizen to save the world? Only in movies.
Even though there is a fear of reaching capacity, Dr. Leon Kelly said we're still not like the states, Florida, California, Arizona, and Texas, but said those states at one point were where we are now. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Alexis Dominguez, KRDO News Channel 13.